It's that time for the most interactive podcast on Twitch with your host, Clay Donnie, OG Mod and yours truly on the switchboard. Yo! Coming to you from our live studio in Las Vegas, Nevada. It's Game News Live. Malfunction.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Junkies Game News Live.
Hey, everybody.
Joel?
Yeah.
What?
I don't know who that is.
I don't.
Ma'am, how'd you get in here?
Man, this is a closed set.
Security!
We got a bogey in Sector 5. Yeah. Tango.
One of the groupies
Tango
got
on the
in
set.
here.
Yeah.
Does this come at you? Hello?
Oh my god, it's Mel. Hey, what's going on?
Yeah.
Okay, so Mel's actually alive this time.
It's rising.
Yeah.
How about that?
Yeah.
I don't know how to feel about
Get to
this.
see my ugly mug.
I mean,
My
Joel and I
beautiful
have
face.
been dealing with Mel for years, but this is like
Since day one.
I know.
Oh,
Wow.
God.
What was that?
Now
like,
you all have to deal
Ustream
with
days.
what we've had to do. Ugh.
since
Just Scully girl, just shut up, Mel.
nice reference.
Now you can actually see my actual expressions when you
And
see
that-
my avatar. You're like,
Yeah.
Weep, 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 weep.
Yeah. Usually when we do insults, she's just like, pew.
Ew. Weep, weep.
Mm.
Reboot. Error.
Welcome everybody to the weekly game news. We do this podcast every Saturday at noon, 3 p.m. or Saturday at noon Pacific, 3 p.m. Eastern.
yep.
We're gonna start off. We always start off with what's everybody's playing on the chats, and our host Clay. What are you playing this week?
So we are right at the last phase of the Lunar New Year's event in Overwatch. Happens every year. I've been doing that. This week's is a Reaper skin, which looks really awesome.
Oh, yeah.
And Reaper's probably top 2 on my damage dealers, so I actually do like playing him. I'm more of a Sim main. I think she's the best. But this skin's really cool, so I'm just working towards, you need your normal 9 wins to get that skin. So I'm working on that right now. And this
Remind me
morning...
never to play against you, Clay, because I absolutely hate Sim.
Oh, she's a demon. I love it. Sim's the great. And also this morning, I actually started up Bowser's Fury, which is that side game that comes with the new Mario 3D World on the Switch. And great.
Really?
It's really fun. It's if anybody who's watching this is in our Discord, there's a guy, what's his name, like 1-to-1,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
who's been freaking out about this game for the past week. Just like,
Check out
oh my
our
god, this
Discord.
game's amazing. Everybody has to play this. Shout out to 1-to-1. and I was like, yeah, I hear it's good. I hear good things. I just haven't had time to play it yet. I started it this morning, and it's like, I totally get it. It's like, it is like an open world Mario game. So if you've ever played Mario 3D World on the Wii U, it has these little 3D levels, right? And it's like a fixed camera angle. So picture like a big open map full of these little contained levels, but they're all just out in the open, right? And so it's like they're all there. You can only access certain ones at a time. You have to unlock them as you go through it, but the camera's now behind Mario, so it's no longer like a fixed angle.
Yeah.
So it feels like a big open map. And you collect these cat shrines. That's like the collectible thing in the game. And it's called Bowser's Fury because I want to say it's on a timer. I don't have the exact specifics on it because I just started this morning. It's like once every 5 minutes, this colossal Godzilla-esque Bowser pops out. And he just rains down fire and lava and all this stuff.
Just to
and
mix it up for you?
It's like he can kill you. He can help you unlock certain things by like inadvertently, blasting open a wall that you need to get to or something like that. But yeah, like rains down things, tries to kill you, everything like that. And then you can either collect a shrine, which will make him go away, or you can just wait him out.
Gotcha.
But it's really good so far. So I'm severely. I only put about 2 hours into it this morning, but I'm going to totally go through this. It's awesome.
Cool. Mel, what you got?
I'm basically, like Clay said earlier, I'm basically doing Overwatch. I need to get this 9 wins for today for the skin and stuff like that. So
you have until Thursday.
Are those
Yeah.
dailies or weeklies or what are they?
Weekly.
Oh,
The
okay.
weekly.
Yeah, so it's this one for the Lunar New Year started on a Thursday, so you basically have a week. They did a what was the first week? Baptiste, I believe.
Yeah.
It was Baptiste,
Yes.
and then
Mercury, I think.
yo, what the fuck, thank you, girl. Hey,
Let me hit up Shody in a second.
What was last
Oh
week?
no,
The first week was Baptiste. What was
Yeah.
last week?
it was McCree, I believe.
Was it McCree?
I believe so.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was McCree, and this one's Reaper, and the new Reaper skin looks great. So I'm pumped.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I've been playing just Valheim and
Mhm.
messing with our private server. If anybody wants to play Valheim on our private server, check it out on our Discord. We have the password in there. So if you want to
Question for
let
you.
me know. What's up?
Question for you, Valheim. So this is an open world survival game, Viking themed, all that stuff.
Mhm.
I don't normally play these kind of games. I've tried out a few of them like a long time ago, like Daisy and things like that. But do these actually have an end game, or do you just keep surviving?
This one has like an objectives based like boss system,
Okay.
but I haven't gotten to the end game to find out.
Okay.
I'm sure there are a limited amount of bosses to the point where that you get to, because there's a lot of like items that you get from bosses only to be able to progress for the next one. So
Okay.
I'll have to check it out. I'll have to play a little bit more on it, but it is really fun for the low level spec graphics. And I didn't think I was going to enjoy those kind of games, but pretty much put like an open world game made from like Sierra kind of graphics.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, it was like
Like-
that's kind of weird, but no, it's super fun. I like
Cool.
it, and we dedicated a server to it. So again, if you want to check it out, Discord, it's on there. Let me know.
Scully says there are possibly 5 bosses.
Yeah,
5 bosses.
I've only
And
gotten
Scully
past the
Girl?
second one.
Doesn't understand how Valheim is so good.
Yeah.
Sierra,
I mean-
as a throwback. Sierra, they made impossible games like back in the 80s.
Yeah.
Like,
so for
You just
me,
die all the time.
yeah. So for me, it's just a came out of nowhere kind of game where I was just like, I didn't think I was gonna enjoy it, but
Kind
I
of
actually did.
reminds me, I know I haven't seen too much of it, is basically Monster Hunter, I would say.
Kind
You
of
got
like
mobs?
that. Yeah. It's
Okay.
it's definitely like third person. You go around collecting things, and then you could, like how I have video footage of it. It's like I ran into a troll and I aggroed him all the way back into camp where my 2 other friends were building, and
No.
yeah, that was a bad mistake. I should have just died.
Like,
But-
how dare you, sir?
Thanks,
Yeah, it was
Joe.
pretty funny. But all right, let's get on with the game releases. We're gonna do the game releases first, just so that way everyone's aware of what's coming out this week or that has already been out this last week. But let's go with Taxi Chaos being the first one. Are we ready for this one?
Kind of game. From what I put together, just reading little backgrounds on this, Sega didn't want to do another Crazy Taxi. They're busy making money on Yakuza right now,
That's
or
so stupid, though.
or whatever they have. So this company came out and said, "We're going to make Taxi Chaos," and Sega liked it so much. I think it's over in Europe. They're actually publishing the game,
Mm-hmm.
so they're
it's-
totally
it's
a part
little
of this
weird.
now. Yeah, it's like they were like, "Yeah, we don't want to do that." They were like, "But that looks great. Let's do it." So
We want our
they
money
published
back.
Yeah.
yeah, it looks like fun.
Yeah.
Crazy Taxi was always a lot of fun. This game looks great.
Do you think these kind of games have a place in like consoles, or do you think like a lot of these like arcadey games are starting to convert more into mobile type games?
God, I hope not, because mobile games are terrible.
I mean, they are getting a little bit better though. They like not in the
Ugh.
sense that they're like mobile games are replacements for full on like PC and console games, but
Yeah.
they are getting really polished nowadays. And so
Oh no, like graphically and all that stuff, I get it. Yeah, if you had a controller, like a Bluetooth controller or something like that, yeah, you could do that all day. I couldn't imagine playing Crazy Taxi on a touchscreen.
Yeah.
Like that sounds painful to me.
Eh.
Um,
Anybody
but
in
yeah,
the
no,
chats
this-
remember Crazy Taxi? I don't know if
Crazy,
everybody's like, old enough
Crazy
for that.
Taxi,
We
and then
love
like
it. Sadly
cue
did
the
not.
Offspring like at all times.
Yeah,
it's
if
like,
anybody remembers that, hit us up on the chats and let us know what you played it on. I think it was available on Dreamcast.
it was Dreamcast, and then when the Dreamcast died, it was brought to the Xbox. because that was kind of the successor to the Dreamcast. You know, it's like, but yeah, it's
Dreamcast is so good though.
Dreamcast is great. Yeah. It's like Chris Axie was fun going back, but it's limited in appeal. Yeah, I can see that. It's an arcade game.
Yeah,
that's basically what it is. It is meant to be a quarter-eating arcade game.
There's not like some sort of anime style story or nothing like
that. There's no story. It is literally pick up person, drop them off, don't run out of time.
Yeah. Tell me about your life story while I drive you into this next spot.
Yeah, as you're like flying over hills in San Francisco and all that crap, and it's like running through Pizza Huts and stuff like that because they were like sponsored back then on that.
Yeah.
No, it's and there was a whole like slew of challenge maps on them that were really fun to do. Like Crazy Taxi is a lot of fun. I'm probably gonna check this one out at some point just because I always love Crazy Taxi.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, so we're gonna go on to the next one. Next one we got up is Persona 5 Strikers.
I know a lot of people that love Persona.
Yeah.
Persona took off, man. And it was like Persona's been around for a while, like easily over 10 years. But it's like Persona, I never really cared because I'm not a big JRPG kind of, turn-based fan. And then 5 came out and everybody kind of lost their minds. Like it had a following and then 5 came out and it became mainstream. And then 5 had like a redo on it, like a remaster kind of thing. And now they're doing all these little side games. So like Strikers is the new one coming out. And this is kind of your Dynasty Warriors kind of game.
Ooh.
Or like Koei is actually like going in with them on this,
right?
With Atlas and everything. I know, I've never played a Persona game, so I don't have too much to say about this aside from this is the Dynasty Warriors one. That's it. I don't know anything about the story. I don't know anything about the personas. I know nothing about any of this stuff because I've never played it yet.
Yeah.
And I don't even like Dynasty Warriors. So this one to me was like, nope.
Dynasty Warriors was an acquired taste, but it was definitely very. It felt arcadey too, it felt arcadey in the sense that it was just like repeat the same thing. It was just It was just like, I don't know, like you were always waiting for more, but there was never any cutscenes that really got you anything else. Just a bunch of story in between the levels.
I was never a fan of the series. I tried a couple of them. It just never did anything for me. So yeah, I mean, Squall's excited. Things you need to know about Persona. Incredible story. Stylish as hell, like needlessly stylish.
Yeah.
Very, very long and not as weeby as it looks. Okay, that's good to know. I
mean, just looking at this alone, it's definitely stylized and to the point where it's just like it's just quality, right?
Oh, and I hear what is it? Very, very long. Yeah, I've heard people say that.
Mm-hmm.
Like story-wise or the game?
Yeah, like these games are like easily 100 hours.
Really?
Yeah. Like easy, like on a good day.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
All right, let's go on.
I thought we pointed out, like I said, this has a huge fan following. So, I mean, more power to them.
Yeah, and clearly they're making their way around to like Nintendo Smash Bros. Characters are making their way there.
Yeah, the character Joker, who's
Yeah.
in Persona, got put into Smash, and one of the few podcasts I listen to is the Nintendo Power podcast, and they had a whole episode about Joker being in Smash, and I was like, I'm listening to it, and I'm like, I don't know anything about it.
But it sounds great. Amazing.
Oh, that's cool. I don't play Smash, and I don't know who Joker is. So we just fast forward a little bit.
Like Joker? Wait, are we talking about the demo one? No.
Yeah. We need to see if we can get somebody on a week or on like a monthly episode to be like, okay, and our JRPG follow up for everything, we need that person because I'm not.
I am more than happy to bring that person in and let them just go off on like, why are we excited about this? And let me tell you, Clay, here's why, and it's going to be like, cool.
Yeah.
Squall.
Squall is always welcome to be on here. It's just if Squall comes on this show, I cannot take any responsibility for the amount of puns that are going to be thrown around.
Yeah, there's going to be a
lot of puns, a lot of back and forth puns.
Yeah. Damn it, man! Just put it on your blog, please.
Or Yo Gensha, whichever one of you guys want
to Gensha
with it.
Yo Gensha, Squall, anybody. Wasabi, if he wants to jump in here, I'm more than happy to talk to him.
Cool. All right, so we're gonna move on to our next one. Our next release, Retromania Wrestling. I This brings a lot of nostalgia here.
I saw this months ago about this game coming out, and I was like, oh, that looks awesome. And what this is an unofficial sequel to WWF WrestleFest, which was an 80s arcade game. So, and it looks exactly like it, right? It's just that they didn't get the licensing from like the WWF or the WWE to bring in all of like newer wrestlers or anything like that. So it's a lot of independent people and a lot of like New Japan wrestlers, a lot of mainstream wrestlers before they were like WWE level wrestlers. So like they'll have like their older names in there. And, but yeah, so you have like the Road Warriors are in there, otherwise known as the Legion of Doom, right? But it's like back then they were the Road Warriors when they were in NWA wrestling. So it's like they got them to agree to be in the game. And
so
it's
a
like,
lot of fan
like
service here, right? Like
a lot of fan service. People our age, Joe, are gonna be like, I played WrestleFest in the arcade.
Yeah,
this looks awesome.
Yeah.
And there are, and granted, if you look at the wrestling games that come out nowadays, like the WWE 2K games, or even that other like arcadey brawler one they had came out, it's like wrestling games are really awful right now. So this is probably going to be the greatest wrestling game of the past 10 years.
Yeah, I remember playing like the version for this back in, not this one, but obviously the one that they're doing fan service for is back in like some run-of-the-mill mom pop pizza shop, and this arcade was in the background somewhere along with like 4-player Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles or something like that.
Yeah,
that's where I remember these from.
WrestleFest was a big game back in the 80s. It was really popular.
Yeah, these look amazing though.
Yeah, no, I was so pumped when I saw the trailer. This is like months ago when I saw this, and I didn't even know it was coming out this week until like last week, and I was like, oh my god, like I'm probably gonna buy this. This looks awesome. I can't wait to
pre-order now. Oh wait, a computer.
That's cool.
So Matt says yes.
This is coming out on the 26th.
Yeah. Squall says Fire Pro Wrestling is great too. You know, I tried Fire Pro Wrestling. I couldn't get into it, but
no.
I love the roster they had in that game. They had tons of wrestlers in that. That was really cool.
Yeah. All right. So let's move on to last one on our new release is Outriders, the demo. This one's coming out now. So looks like it was just a Twitter post that everything you need to know about the Outriders demo thread. Mm-hmm. That's cool.
So Outriders, I've been looking forward to this. This is People Can Fly. This is their new shooter. Mm-hmm. You might remember them from like Bulletstorm or like Gears Judgment.
Right. Speaking of Storm, play your Storm.
Oh my God! Look at me.
Right.
Here we go.
Mel, stop hacking. Stop hacking.
Damn it, Mel. This is what happens. Okay.
He's being rerouted to Friendster.
And the Dane Cook theme continues. All right. Whatever.
Oh,
all right. We'll just see if it clears up
in a second.
Yeah.
But that's actually that's that OBS Ninja for you.
OBS Ninja? Oh shit, it was there. Okay, there we go. Okay, so
there you go.
Don't attempt.
I don't know why that happens, but it only happens. Well, it's happened like once to Mel, but it happens to Clay a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's kind of weird, but
it's because I'm hacking the planet right now, and that's what happens.
Too much bandwidth.
Because everything is wrong in his eyes. That's why he's like going chaotic right now.
That's right. OBS Ninja's getting back to me from me just talking crap about OBS all the time.
Yeah.
But yeah. Okay. So anyway, Outriders, 3-player co-op. From the articles, like all the previews about this game, they're coming out. It's 4 classes you go through, and like I said, it's 3-player co-op. It's going to have crossplay. It looks really cool. I think it's supposed to have a really robust leveling system to where kind of like if you're creating like a Diablo type character, like you're going to be able to add tons of passives to your character, like change the weapons that you use, you know, like your bullets now have explosion effects on them, things like that, or they freeze enemies, stuff like that. It looks really cool. It was supposed to be out back in January and it got delayed till actually April Fool's Day. And they said, no, that's a real date. So free demo. if anything, try it out. The demo is going to be going up until after launch of the game. So this isn't a timed thing. It's not a closed beta or anything like that. It's just going to be free to play. I think for us Pacific time people, it's going to be Thursday morning, like 9 a.m. And then it's, add your however many hours you have into that. I'm excited. I think this game looks really cool. I hope it's good. I'll say that.
Why are you?
I sincerely hope it's good.
Is anybody else excited for this game, or is this the first time that they're hearing about it? Because I've heard like once or twice we've had it on the show already, but there was nothing really like standing out about it except for I think we did an article about whether or not this was going to eventually work out or how many times it's been delayed or something like that. And I was just like, this is the first time I'm hearing about it. It looks a lot like Gears of War as far as like the over the shoulder style. But is anybody excited about it?
Yeah. If anything, it's a 3-player co-op looter shooter type thing.
So they're trying to mix in a couple of different play aspects or gameplay aspects of this. Yeah. But it looks cool. I mean, I'm down for a demo here and there. This is the first time that I've excited. No. This is the first time that I've heard the word demo in like years.
Yeah, I know, because everybody calls them betas, and it's like that's not what this is.
No.
Like that's like
if it's close to release candidate, this is your demo.
If it's close to release, it's not a beta. If you're letting the public play it, it's not an alpha. It's like these things have specific technical names for a reason. Yeah. Squally says, looks like another bland open world shooter TDM experience. And it could be. Maybe it's going to suck. Maybe my camera's all jacked up. Maybe whatever.
Maybe we'll knock on OBS Ninja's door and be like, what the hell?
Like, why does this happen?
It looks pretty though. Again, I'm getting a lot of Gears feel on this.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Nothing wrong with Gears. Gears is a fun
there's
game.
Nothing wrong with it. But
speaking of, and I don't know if we talked about this already. I went through that Hive Busters DLC for Gears 5.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it was fun. I'll say that. Like, it was more Gears 5, which Gears 5 was a great game. Story was just kind of meh, but the gameplay was there. It was solid.
Oh, even their loot system or their inventory system looks very similar to
Destiny. Looks like
a lot of their stuff. Huh. That's pretty cool though. I mean, it looks polished. But is this supposed to be like a free to play game, or is this supposed to go?
No, it's $60, whatever.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, we'll go for that one.
But hey, there's the demo, and if you don't like it, then there you have it.
At least you could try it out, right?
Yeah, and not waste your money.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, so Thursday, check it out, download it. If you like it, great. If not, delete it and tell Squall he was right.
Yeah.
All right, on to the next one.
On to the next
one.
Wait,
hold on a second. Squall, hold on a second, Squall. Why play knockoff Destiny when you can play Destiny that you likely already have with DLCs and a larger player base? I'll tell you why, Squall, because if you did that, you'd be playing Destiny. I mean, who wants to do that?
How dare you, sir?
Indeed.
I mean...
I'll have you know, I still don't regret my $60.
Cringes at the price.
I appreciated every season pass.
If you don't want to play Destiny, then you don't want to play Outriders either. No, I'm just waiting for a better version of Destiny, and this could be it.
Yeah. All right. Well,
Destiny sucks.
Anyway. All right. CD Projekt Red. This is our first game news article. CD Projekt Red hack data sold for $7 million, bruh.
Million.
7 million. That's a lot, dude. And that's in black market, right? We're talking
that's like
about
dark web stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is dark web stuff. This is I was surprised I honestly, and this is like honest opinion, I'm surprised it sold so fast because somebody should or must have a really good reason for even wanting it. You know, because they'd be like, I got the source code for Cyberpunk, and people are going to be like, cool. Who cares?
What are you going to do?
You know?
Do you have like a 100-person team behind you to go ahead and go through it all? Like,
and maybe fix the game?
Yeah.
I don't know. To me, this was like, I mean, This was the conclusion of that story of the data was hacked and, what are they going to do with it? So now we have it. It sold $7 million. I'm curious to see what would come of this. If anything. But I don't know. Like, to me, it's like
bad. I feel bad for Keanu, man. Any video game that he's in just sucks.
Hey, The Matrix Path of Me. No, it wasn't good. It wasn't.
No. Keep going.
Wait. He was put into Payday 2, sir.
As an add-on character.
Still, that's a game he's in.
Payday 1 or 2?
2.
He was in Payday.
So not the good Payday. Got it. Okay.
He was also in Fortnite as a character.
Oh God. Okay.
So what's
You're
the next
seeing a trend here. You see?
Okay. I'm done.
It just sucks because he wants to like buy on to a really good game and just lend his likeness, right? But damn.
Chamo has a good point here. China Punk 2088. That game's probably going to be amazing. Right.
Yeah. Made from what is it? The creators of all the mobile COD games. What are they called?
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
Penny. No.
Yeah, the people who just like rip off everything all the time. Yeah, it's like. Yeah, like some Cyberpunk clone is going to come out next year or whatever, and it's going to be awesome. Like, it'll work.
Wait, wasn't there already? No, I've seen someone actually do like someone playing like fake stuff. One of them was like a really, really crappy version of Cyberpunk.
Oh, I'm sure those are already out there.
Exactly, like their promotional stuff would like look like it was like Cyberpunk. You tried it out. There was only one level.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was it.
That's
that would
how
be
much
awesome
of the source code
like,
they've unlocked.
Some rip-off Chinese version came out next year, and it was like awesome.
Yeah.
And it's like they took Cyberpunk and they fixed it, and they just changed some of the characters around, and like perfect, done. Yeah. Turn Cyberpunk into a gacha game already and get it done with. There we go.
Adults
just what we need.
They already doing it.
Mm-hmm.
More gacha games. That's all we need.
Hey, now I can do it with Keanu. Thanks for the likeness, bro.
They paid $7 million just for the character model of Keanu and threw the rest of the game away.
Worth it. All right, let's go on to the next one. A lovely letter. Halo 3 getting a new map. I
thought this was interesting. I was in granted, and you all should know me well enough here. I don't care about Halo 3. I don't like Halo at all. But Halo 3 came out like a bajillion years ago.
Yeah.
And they're patching in another multiplayer map.
Yep.
And it's like, okay, do people still play Halo 3, I guess? Cool. Like, I'm honestly impressed to see that game still goes forward. Like, but in Bungie, or not
343.
343, I was like, not them. It was the Halo Wars people. Yeah, so
they
good for them.
Bungie, but yeah.
Yeah.
But here's the thing.
Good for them to keep it going.
It's not that it's just like Halo 3. Halo 3 is just as different in some ways like Halo 2, where like Counter-Strike 1.5 is different for some people and they prefer that versus 1.6 or Source, right? So I can understand why some people would be like, man, I would love to play some of these multiplayer maps in the style of Halo 3.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But to have that level of dedication to be all like, we're gonna dust everything off, let's make a new map.
Yeah.
For Halo 3, it's like that's some dedication right there. But
yeah, I was just like, man, like people still play that game? Yeah. Like Skull
I
nails
used
it right
to
here.
love playing Halo 3 multiplayer back in the day.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Master Chief Collection cross-played most of the games. That's good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's a
good
really
map
good
for the 7
collection.
guys that haven't moved on since 2004. I remember when Halo 3 came out, I actually, it was before that. I think it was, if you bought Crackdown, I think that got you into the multiplayer beta for Halo 3. And I actually tried that out because I bought Crackdown because I actually really liked that game. But it was, and I tried the Halo 3 multiplayer and I was like, yep, still Halo multiplayer.
Robert says, never played Halo.
You're not missing much.
Shh. You shut your You shut your mouth when you're talking to me.
Picture a very exciting shooter and then run it at about an eighth of the speed. Halo.
Oh my god! You just can't
Joe,
get over that one, huh?
You know he's gonna do it.
They even added run. They added run and slide
reach.
to the later games.
Yeah. It's still too slow for him.
How did I enjoy the newest Crackdown? Clay Crackdown 3. I beat it. I went through it.
Oh, you beat it?
Yeah, I did. It's not that long of a game. It's not that good. It was better than Crackdown 2. It was better than Crackdown 2. I'll easily say that.
Which I think Crackdown 2 actually made Crackdown 2 actually made it to like Xbox Platinum games label.
Oh, like their $20 versions of games. Yeah. Crackdown 2 was not that good. 3, it was better than 2, but the problem with 3, it's like it was the exact same game as Crackdown 1. It was like you're basically playing a new game that's 20 years old.
Yeah.
Not 20 years old, 15 years old. It's like they just said it could have been like an expansion of Crackdown 1. You know, it's like here's DLC with more stuff to collect, like more orbs to collect. They didn't really evolve the game.
Terry Crews, by the way.
I think Terry Crews did a lot of the promo, and he was in the game. He wasn't the main character though, right?
No, he's like your boss. But he's not your boss like that voice, like, okay, agents, let's go, whatever. He's like part of your team of agents. And
so every single like 5 seconds, he's like, power!
You know, it's like, it was...
Oh, there you go.
It was...
There it is.
Power! It wasn't a terrible game. It's just one of those things where it's like, they should have done more.
Yeah. Well, remember they were touting
just a 15-year-old game.
For Crackdown 3, they were touting like the cloud physics system and all
this other stuff. They were doing that before the Xbox One launched.
Yeah.
They were talking about how it's going to use Azure and the cloud to like render explosions and everything. And it was like it was a fun game. If you like Crackdown, I would recommend it. It's on Game Pass. They also did a multiplayer mode, which is a separate game. And I tried that as well, and that's just trash. So don't worry about that. But like the story mode, if you like Crackdown, I would say try this one again. But you're not going to get anything different. It's the same game.
I always felt like Crackdown was like more of a tech demo for the consoles when they released.
Yeah, the first one on the 360, that game was great.
Yeah.
Especially like co-op mode. It's super fun. Which 3 has a co-op mode too. It's just the same. It's the same game as the first one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wondering Raven said, didn't it have Terry Crews in it? You said yes. Does he yell Old Spice dialogue at you?
No, he doesn't.
I would pay an extra $5 if he did.
I would buy that Old Spice DLC in a second. Don't worry about that. The odor block move. Yeah, Crisis, the Crisis of Xbox. I wouldn't say that.
No,
it was way more fun than Crisis.
Umbra says he just throws out his odor block move.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think you posted a video on our Discord of just a music video of him doing like a whole bunch of stuff, and that was amazing.
That 30-minute whatever thing that Old Spice put together. I was like, this is hypnotic. I cannot stop watching this.
There was like 15 editors. Just doing.
There was like 15 editors, and it was chock full of video game like Easter eggs.
Yeah. And
I was like, this is amazing. Like, I get all of this. This is awesome.
Crazy. Ooh, by the way, we received 100 messages today with Restream Chat. Woot. I don't know if you see that.
Do we like get anything for
that? We got a trophy. That's it.
We got a little 8-bit trophy.
Are we working on our second interactive?
This is what we need to do. Every single time we get that 100 messages, you need to pull out Matt's trophy that he gave you.
Where is that thing?
The most interactiest.
The Interacties gave it to us.
I mean, yeah, you're absolutely right.
The Interacties from the Academy gave it to us.
Mm-hmm.
The Academy of Internet Web Awards.
Is that a thing?
Sure.
Yeah.
Matt's
it's
like another
totally
trophy,
a thing.
perhaps?
It's the most. It's the most prestigious award one can get, I'll have you know.
I've never heard of it.
Well, then maybe you should just go ask Jeeves about that or something.
Oh, God.
Oh God.
Ask Jeeves. All right, let's move on to our next one. Dota.
Onward.
I didn't even think
Dota.
Dota was still a thing.
Dota's still a thing. It's still pretty popular from what I understand.
It is.
I have never played a single game of Dota in my life.
I played one. I went right back to League when I was in the way back then.
I played my fair share of casual League, and that was intense for me.
So in Dota, because you two actually, so you now both have more experience than me with Dota. You really love the storyline behind Dota, right?
What?
Wait, there was a story?
So Dota is getting an animated series on Netflix called Dragon's Blood.
Okay.
Can you all fill me in on what this is going to be about because of the storyline of Dota?
Chats? Do you know what the storyline of Dota is? I didn't.
There's going to be an animated series. I'm assuming we're going to be defending ancients.
Go.
Perfect.
I have no idea what the story is.
Do we have anything else
for it? No.
Or is it just going to be like some people running around fighting with like loud shoutcasting going on?
Dude.
Them
I mean,
attacking a tower.
If anything, look.
Yeah.
If anything, it gives me reason to want to watch this just so I know what the story is.
Yeah.
Because I didn't even think there was.
All of this pretty animation is happening, and as somebody dies, it's like a shoutcast pops in, and they're just like, "Did you see the kill?" Ah! It's like I
prefer like the WWE shoutcaster, just be like, "Oh my, and he has a chair! Oh my
God! Man's got a family.
Guy's dead.
Wow, they have killed mankind." Bongo! He broke him in half.
That would be amazing.
Jim Ross, everyone.
Yeah.
Jim Ross.
That's
Spellcrest skull. He is done. He'll never fight again. Bongo! Buy my barbecue sauce.
Isn't that guy, didn't he pass away? Like last year?
No, he's alive. He works for AEW Wrestling now.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Man, that impression is spot on.
So anyway, but I just thought this was interesting because I was like, Dota is getting an animated series, and I was like, does Dota even have a story, or do you just jump in and?
There's got to be some kind of lore and stuff like that about each of the
thing. I don't know, right?
Look,
there's ancients, and you defend them.
If it's anything like the other anime that they did for video game Castlevania.
Mm-hmm.
That series is amazing.
No, because it follows a game that has a story.
Right. But they did such a good job that I'm just like, I wonder what they could do with League of Legends.
Cool. Like I said, cool.
Joel.
You're going to do it?
Oh, me?
Yeah.
I'm the top of the cage!
Oh my God!
Through the table!
Yeah.
I don't remember Dota being League, Joel.
No, true. Joel did say League. But no, anyway, I just thought this was really weird.
Yeah, she did.
I just thought this was really weird. League of the Ancients, it's right? We're gonna defend those legends or something. Yeah.
Netflix making our game anime dreams come true. I will admit, the fact that Netflix is spending quite a bit of dough just to get some of the video game series that we've been wanting to watch as adults, like that's good on them. They're banking on nostalgia, and they're doing a good job of it too. It's not like like Mario Brothers movie or anything.
Didn't we just talk about like 2 weeks ago? They're doing a Tomb Raider also.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Tomb Raider, an animated series, and a. Were they going to do a real life? No, it's just only animated, right?
It's only animated, but the real life, they they rebooted the movies like a few years ago with Alicia Vikander and all that.
It's cool.
The Crazy Taxi Netflix series, just the offspring just jamming on the back of like a taxi cab the entire time.
Like what was it, Road Warrior or something like that? Or it was
that garbage movie. What was that? Fury Road.
Yeah, Fury Road.
Mm.
It's just damming the guitar on the back of the taxi.
Just so
I'm not
stupid.
gonna say anything. Everything
This is exactly-
I like, Clay hates.
What, Mad Max Fury Road? That was an awful movie. God, you kidding me? That was
Dragon's Dogma isn't old.
Dragons. Oh, yeah, I remember that game too.
Yeah. I can't wait for. All right, Kevin Smith.
Yeah.
Motu. Can't wait. What is Motu?
Masters of the Universe. Matt's favorite franchise of all time.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Literally
moving
just
on.
that Offspring song on repeat for 26 episodes.
See, the reason why that joke sells is because when you play Crazy Taxi 1, it's literally that one song all the time.
Yeah.
So
kind of like Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, where you just know every song, every bit, just because they've been on repeat every single time.
Dude, I'll say this. Okay. Did you play the Tony Hawk 1 and 2 HD remaster that came out last year?
I haven't. No.
Okay. It is awesome, by the way. But also, it's like, I went through it on the PS4. So I game flighted, I got the disc. You put in the disc, it installs, it patches, blah, blah, blah. It's one of those games where, and I don't know if you PC people do this or have this or not, but every now and then, like if this game or Call of Duty or something like that, like if it's a really big, robust game, you'll start the game on the console and then it tells you it's still installing. So it'll like it'll be like, hey, the game's here, but we're not done installing it yet. And it runs in the background for a while. And it'll be like, hey, while we're waiting, you can play this demo level or something like that, or just hang out and create a character or something
Some
small.
PC games actually do that.
Yeah. So in Tony Hawk 1 and 2, while it was still installing, like the game installs, it patches, but then it has to still install afterwards. It just gives you access to the whole soundtrack.
Uh-huh.
And dude, I had it going on while I was working from home, and it was just in the background playing for like 2 hours. And I was like, I would pay just for this.
Yeah.
Like the soundtrack in those games like goes back to Tony Hawk 1 and 2. And it was like, those soundtracks are so good.
Yeah.
It's just 90s rock and like,
And
ska and rap
yeah.
and stuff. And I was like, this is so good, man. This soundtrack is amazing.
Every single time I played the demo, it was just like,
yeah,
just rocking out a little bit. But then it got to the point where it's just like, I'm singing along because I know every single bit of the song. Even if I pause it or step away, I'm just like,
no, dude. I would recommend this new one, this Tony Hawk 1 and 2 remaster, to anybody. It's like, it was so good. I was just like, God, this hits me in my 90s feels right now. This is so good.
Yeah. So let's move on to the next one, Nintendo Direct. And did everybody partake into that one?
Sadly,
I watched it.
Yeah.
I watched the whole thing. It was some good, mostly, I don't know, meh.
Meh?
It was a lot of meh. But Destructoid had a really good rundown on this, and that's why I put that link in there just in case anybody wants to actually see the highlights. Like they actually cataloged each individual article, and I thought this is really good. Just to burn through this, like I know we don't want to spend too much time on this. Pyra and Mithra from Xenoblade Chronicles 2 are coming to Smash Ultimate. Never played Xenoblade Chronicles 2, and I don't play Smash. So if anybody out there is a Smash fan, are you hyped about this?
Is Xenoblade a JRPG?
It is a Japanese role-playing game, but it's real-time action. So it has leveling and
reason
stats,
to get somebody else
things
on
like
here
that.
with JRPG experience.
Yeah. Famicom Detective Club titles headed west on Switch for the first time. I'm actually excited about this because those games were Japanese-only Famicom games, like the NES back in the 80s. We never got those, so I'm definitely going to be checking out both of these. Nintendo Switch getting Fall Guys for the summer. Does anybody still play Fall Guys?
Kids do.
Does anyone?
I have not seen anybody play it since
I got
it
it
was released.
I got it for free on the PS4 last year, and then because it released on PS4 and on PC and everything, and it was like, and I played like 2 games, and I was like, okay, I get it. It's not for me, but I get it.
Yeah.
And then nobody talks about it anymore. So I'm like, does anybody still play? And they're like, hey, it's coming to Switch. And then Xbox was like, hey, we're going to get it in the summer too. And it's like, does anybody play anymore? Like, I don't even know what's going on here.
Well, that's how you try to keep games alive, is by giving them just all that DLC that they can get.
Yeah. Right? Outer Wilds is coming. Yeah, Outer Wilds is coming to Switch. Game sucked. Samurai Warriors 5 coming to Switch. Game sucks. Legends of Mana coming to Switch. I know a lot of people who really want this, so I can't really say that. Capcom Arcade Stadium is already out. Mario Golf. Those games are always good, even though golf is boring as hell. No More Heroes 3. Gotham Knights. Who needs Gotham Knights when you have DC Superhero Girls Teen Power? It's like, all right, we'll try it out. It's a DC game. There's no high hopes here.
Yeah.
Mario merch is heading to Animal Crossing. Okay, Miitopia, whatever. Let's just scroll through these a little faster here. Knockout City is a dodgeball-style sports game coming from EA. I've actually played this. I was in a beta
City,
for it.
Dodgeball style. Kind of reminds
Knockout
me
City
of
is a dodgeball style. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've actually played this. I was in a beta test for it. It's not bad, but if they're thinking of charging any money at all for this game, it's going to fail instantly. Kind of like when they released Rocket Arena like a year ago. Rocket Arena, it's not a terrible game. It's like a 3-on-3 little game with rocket launchers, and you try to knock people, out of an arena or kill them or whatever. And they charge like $40 for it. And it was like, no, this is a free game. This is a free microtransaction based game. And then I think they're still charging $5 for it, even though it's about to be killed. Same thing with Knockout City. It's not a bad game, but don't even think of charging a price for this game.
Zelda Star Wars Warriors.
Yeah.
Project Triangle Strategy is a new HD 2D action RPG with a Switch demo today. Okay. Man. Ninja Gaiden Master Collection. That's pretty cool.
Ninja Gaiden, yeah. So that was the old like Xbox Ninja Gaiden, and then they got moved to the 360 and then the PS3. Those like super hard, like 3D games.
Right.
They're pretty fun. I would.
Was there anything?
They're hard, so just be ready for that.
For anyone in the chats, was there anything that you were excited about? Because there's quite a lot here.
There is a lot here. Like they did a good job on this. Squall says you skip Neon White, which seems kind of rad. Neon White looks cool to me. It's this. I don't know. You'd have to watch the trailer for it, but the fact that it's card based, kind of, I lost interest super fast on that because card based games to me are just super boring.
Gwent.
Exactly. World's End Club looks like a Danganronpa, so if you like those like visual novel style like mystery games, that actually looked kind of cool. I am excited, like I said, about that Famicom Detective Club. I definitely want to check that out. Star Wars Hunters. I'm a Star Wars nerd. It's made by Zynga. It's probably going to be awful, but I'm going to try it out anyway.
When you said that dreaded development.
Yeah, the C word. Skyward Sword HD. I played Skyward Sword when it came out on the Wii, and it was not my favorite Zelda game, so I'm probably going to skip this one.
I've been hearing some people really did not like that Zelda game.
The gameplay, if you like Zelda games, Skyward Sword has one of the best stories of any Zelda game. It's really good. The gameplay is not that hot. The gameplay.
It was made for the Wii.
It was made for the Wii. It uses the Wii Motion Plus. You have to swipe at angles and things like that to and the Wii Motion Plus, even though it was better than the regular Wiimote, it still wasn't that hot. They're saying the Joy-Cons are
Just letting you know, I'm gonna be right back. I gotta go take care of something real quick, but I'm just gonna put you guys on here. I'll be right back.
Wow.
Sorry.
Unprofesh. He can't even hear us anymore, and I'm like, how dare you? So, all right. So
I'm just remembering back when he did this before. We made you do a prank on him and turn off his mic at that point. That's not possible.
I like it. I know. I don't have access to that. But yeah, Squall says he digs Hades getting a physical launch too. That game is banging. And Hades is awesome. And if it's getting a physical release, that's good because for people like me who like physical games, Hades was a really good game. I would say one of the top games of last year, if anybody had played that. It's like a roguelite type game.
What is this, a Zoom call?
What is this, a Zoom call? Get out of here.
Don't use Zoom.
Zoom has functions that other ones don't, so it works, but whatever. Hades is possibly the best roguelike, actually. I would say that. I think, and I'm not a big fan of the roguelite type genres, but I would say Hades, and the one that I still say is one of the better ones is Rogue Legacy, if you played that. I thought that was always one of the good ones. Rogue Legacy was good. Mel, do you play those at all? Roguelites? Yeah.
No.
And by the way, I am referring to them as roguelite because it is not a permadeath game, which is what a roguelike is. Yeah, Rogue Legacy was really good. But yeah, Skyward Sword, I'm going to probably skip that. Plants vs. Zombies Battle for Neighborville is coming to Switch with a $40 version. No, that game should be free also. It's basically Overwatch, but it takes place in the Plants vs. Zombies world. I was in the beta test for that before it came out. It's not bad. The problem is with that game, EA kind of screwed up on this. The plants and the zombies have like multiple classes that are supposed to be kind of like equals to each other, and they're not.
Ooh.
So like
no balancing whatsoever.
Yeah, it's like, so this healer over here can do this, this, and this as a plant, and this healer as a zombie can do this, this, and this, but they're not the same type of ability. And it's kind of like, so you clearly have an edge just by getting on one team or the other. So it's Squall. EA screwed up. What?
Impossible.
Also, they're selling this game, which as EA does, it is a microtransaction fueled nightmare. If you have microtransactions in your game at all, it should be a free game. That's it. Make it free. This game is a $40 collector's edition.
They will never learn from their Star Wars Battlefront stage.
Oh, I know. Yeah, which, from what I understand, that game got a lot better, but I'm already done with that. Yeah. The last one was Splatoon 3. Splatoon 2 still has a really big following, so I think this is going to sell really well.
Yeah.
It's a smart move for Nintendo to do another Splatoon game. I think they should be focusing on Breath of the Wild 2 instead of Splatoon 3. Maybe put that team to go help out, but that's just me.
They might want to wait till they release the Zelda anniversary stuff before they announce anything on Breath of the Wild 2.
What Zelda anniversary stuff, right? You know? Yeah. This is now,
because isn't that supposed to be like
this year and next year, depending on the region, Japan and America and all that. So like, you know how like right now we're in Mario 35. This year and next year are Zelda 35. But there's no plan to like do anything, right? So I don't know. I think Nintendo is focusing on the wrong things, I'll say. Like Breath of the Wild 2 is going to come out. Cool. That's good. Breath of the Wild is a fine game. It's not top 5 Zelda games. So it was good. But I'm not super pumped for Breath of the Wild 2. I think they should be doing more stuff. Squall, you really should try Splatoon if you haven't already. I know the Wii U version is probably dead in the water, so if you have a Switch, Splatoon 2, it's quite good. Those games are really fun. Their whole competitive painting thing, not necessarily just a shooter. Like you want to cover more areas of the map with your color. That's how the game works. It's unique. It works. Those are really solid games.
You will never see red in that game.
Red? Oh, because like your colors are always like purple and orange and like blue and yellow and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, there's no.
I'm just saying you'll never see red because we know.
But yeah, no, those I played both. One and two. They know
why.
Yeah, they're really good. Oh, because like of blood and stuff.
Colorblind. Yeah. Maybe.
Colorblind.
It's supposed to be a kids game. They don't. Want that.
Or like they don't want it to look like people are bleeding all over the place. Better shooter, Splatoon or Halo 3? Come on, there is no contest. Splatoon all day. All day. Splatoon's actually fun.
I have not played Splatoon, so I have no say.
Yeah. But I mean, it's literally impossible that it could be, Halo. You could say, what's a better shooter, Mario Paint versus Halo 3? And there's only one clear answer. Yeah, Mel? You got something?
So how's everybody doing?
Mm-hmm. Hmm? You wanna point something out there?
I'm not. Nope. I'm not saying a word because there's no point in even arguing because you will always Like,
Win.
say
Got
something
it.
stupid.
Thanks. All right. Huh?
Exactly. Ah.
Hmm? Hmm?
Nope. Nope. Nope.
Hmm? Okay. All right. That was the.
So how's everybody doing in the chat, huh?
Breaking out your SNES mouse right now. I actually don't have a full complete Mario Paint myself, so I'm kind of jelly that you have that. Oh yeah, Squall. Yeah, you brought up Project Triangle earlier, which is on their Nintendo thing. Project Triangle, if from what I took of it, like I said, this is not JRPG guy. This is Final Fantasy Tactics. That's what I believe this is. Project Triangle Strategy is a new HD 2D action RPG with a Switch demo today. I did not download it. I did not try it out. It looks like a new Final Fantasy Tactics, and that's been crying for a remake. I know people who love Final Fantasy Tactics too. Like and not even your normal Final Fantasy fanboy type people. They just really like tactical RPGs. Yeah. And like the grid-based thing. I think there was one on like the GameCube also that was really popular. Was it Breath of Fire, or it was a different one? I don't even know. But Tactics is
maybe it was Breath of Fire, because I love the Breath of Fire series.
Were those grid-based where you move around and you have like specific moves that you can make?
No, it was. I've only played Breath of Fire 3, but it was not a grid. No.
That might not be it then. There was a series that Nintendo had also that was more like tactic RPG based. Joel, we're moving over to GeForce now, so whenever you are ready.
All right, GeForce. Yes.
GeForce. PC things.
NVIDIA and their debacle of release for their 3000 series. Yeah, so was anybody able to get a 3080 or any 3000 series graphics cards and wonder what the hell happened if you weren't able to get one? It turns out a lot of miners were able to get their hands on some of the 3000 series, and for the for the 360, because Ethereum is so easy to mine, you can mine like Ethereum $7 a day with just one 360. But the point here is that NVIDIA has made the decision of splitting off their graphics cards, and it wasn't like they weren't doing this already. They already had like a very specific types of cards that were specifically for mining, because they had no graphics outputs. They had no like VGA, DVI or HDMI on those kind of cards, but it wasn't widely like advertised. So now what they're doing is that they're going to have cards specifically for mining that don't have any outputs, and they're going to call it the CMP line. Now, the CMP line is supposed to be specifically targeted for what they call professional mining, which I don't even know who the hell that is, because I've never even seen anybody who's a pro at it. But still, they're trying to...
Are there farms of people who just mine for a living?
There is, but it's not like they're having a degree or some sort of like, like
hey, if they're getting paid for it, they're a pro.
I guess, but that means I could put myself as a professional miner just on LinkedIn. Like, yes, I mine professionally. What does that mean?
Yes.
I have at least 8 cards and up to be a professional miner. So what I think NVIDIA is trying to do is to be able to set off certain cards. And what they're doing with the GeForce line of cards, which are meant for gamers, is that they're making it so that way in the BIOS, it's going to be less efficient, like 50% less efficient to be able to mine anything. And they say that this is hack proof. And I only feel like when you say things like that, or you post things like that, you are only enticing those people to be able to find a way to be able to hack it. Now, I don't know if that's going to happen. I'm glad that they're finally setting aside a certain portion for gaming and a certain portion of graphics cards for mining. But I don't think that's going to stop them, because even at 50%, it's still better than what you were able to do without one. So we'll see how this goes for those of you who are looking towards getting a new graphics card, because it's been ridiculously hard to be able to get one. And even if you can find one, it's usually on the lower side for 200 plus up charge of MSRP. So I don't know how well this is going to work for NVIDIA. I just know that they're doing something. I just don't know if that's still going to stop people from potentially scalping them or using them for mining by themselves. I don't know. I'm not a huge mine person. Like, I have a server for a lot of things, but I don't mine with it. And I don't think touting that you can't hack their BIOS is just going to make it so nobody tries. You know what I mean? Like,
oh no, the fact that they said that.
Yeah. It's almost
going to be open at like a day one.
Yeah. And at the same time, it's like you still have gamers who are also miners. Mm-hmm. So nothing is unhackable. Joe does.
Hack the planet, bro.
Yeah. So for those of you who are waiting for a 3060 or a 3080 or whatever, it might be a lot easier to get one after this next quarter. Who knows? I'm still waiting on being able to buy either a 3080 or a 3090. But as things look right now, I'm probably just gonna wait for the next series anyway.
Yeah.
Oh well. But yeah, cool. That's the CMP line of NVIDIA graphics cards. If you're a miner, please just buy those. don't buy that GeForce stuff, please.
Please.
Stop.
I want to play games. Please let us have some fun.
Yeah. We're paying the same amount of money as you do. All right, so let's go on to the next one. This one is, I think Clay has been waiting for this one for a while, since the trailer dropped yesterday. Just to hit on a couple of points here. The Mortal Kombat trailer is out.
By the way, this is a Red Band trailer. You must be of age to watch this.
Yes, please. If you're not of age, go ask your mom.
Then tell your parents to comment, like, and subscribe to Nerd Junkies.
Must have their permission.
Yes, go get their permission.
I'm pretty sure we're not going to be able to play a lot of it, just because we don't want takedowns. But
because all the blood,
all the blood,
and all the copyrights.
Yeah.
Dark Zero says he still needs to see it. I'll say this: it looks good. It looks good.
There are parts, though.
There are problems, but it looks good.
First.
So, okay. And I made some bullet points here, just to be like, for people who'd be like, Clay, this is perfect. This is the perfect Mortal Kombat trailer. And I say nay. But okay, so if you watch this, here's some points that I have here. Jax loses both of his arms to Sub-Zero. That's how this movie is portraying him losing his arms. Okay, that's cool. That's a reimagining of the story. If you played MK9, it was Ermac who took his arms. If you played OG Mortal Kombat, 3, they never really said if he had fake arms, like purely robot arms, or if they were kind of like sleeves that went over his arms.
Kind of like on Annihilation.
Yeah, so they don't. Yeah, like in the Annihilation movie, they were like his biotics that went over his arms. So that's kind of up in there. Fine. That's, you're gonna shift the story a little bit. Okay. Johnny Cage is not in this movie as far as we know. Instant fail. Instant. Like, you have just lost the movie. That's it. It's over. Mortal Kombat's over. Everybody go home. No Johnny Cage. The greatest combatant
Walmart bargain bin
of all time. $5 bargain bin DVD, not even a Blu-ray.
Oh, come on, Clay. Give it a chance.
I'm just saying.
You might just see a Johnny Cage come in at the last moment to save
no Johnny Cage.
It might be for, like, if the movie does well, they might have it at the end of the movie as a sneak peek for the sequel.
Squallize it. VHS. Break out your VCRs. That's it. No Johnny Cage. Game over. That's it.
Betamax.
We knew about this a few months ago. I think we actually talked about it in one of our older shows about how this has like all the, like, your main character Cole, he has a birthmark of the Mortal Kombat dragon, and that's how he was like chosen for this. And it was like, no, that is stupid. Throw that entire sub story away. Just put that in the VHS bin.
Yeah, I don't understand that.
At Kmart, get rid of that.
Where did whoever came up with that, which is like, this is how we're going to tie them all together, a birthmark.
And then some Hollywood exec is like, I don't even know what we're talking about, but I like it. Yeah.
Are there fans that are tied to the story and are very and are religiously faithful to it? Yes.
Yeah.
Ruin it.
Yeah. It's so a lot of this is kind of like, okay, all the rest of the things that I wanted to point out here are the movie. It seems to Mortal Kombat has a story, right? It has a timeline, it has lore, it has everything like that. The rest of this is kind of like we don't know when this is happening. So you have Scorpion, like Hanzo, in his real life character, and then you also have Scorpion, like where he's already like dead and he's back, like the wraith that he is. So it's like you've got both of them in there. So you're like, is when he was Hanzo, was that like a flashback scene? Maybe it's a really cool flashback scene, but is that what that's meant to be? You've got Liu Kang with his MK11 suit. You've got Kung Lao, which that would be MK2, and then you've got Goro from MK1. So it's kind of like they're just putting stuff in this movie now. Like they're just throwing stuff in there.
You know what? Here's the thing. Mortal Kombat has been doing games for quite a while. The movies did not change the Mortal Kombat franchise at all, like the old movies. The same way that the Street Fighter movie spun up a game about a game, and that didn't change the game because you still had all these characters that never made it into a final game. So what you're looking at here is maybe the potential of them trying to reboot Mortal Kombat for a brand new 10 series video game. Who knows? I mean, I just don't think that there's going to be a lot of like people who follow this game or this movie.
Look, Joel. Okay, look. First off, how dare you remind me that Street Fighter the movie, the game, was a thing? Okay. I thought I had that.
Kuma was in that.
I thought I had that buried in the back with most of the Sega Saturn.
I revived it.
Like, why did you have to do that to me?
I mean,
okay, because I played that game. Oh, and it was not good.
Yeah,
it was not good at all.
Yeah.
That Street Fighter game was so cursed. It's like, yes.
Can I ask one question? With the Scorpion Hanzo scene.
Yes.
Was that sort of an inspiration for the YouTube fan series? It kind of reminded me of that.
I was thinking about that. Yes. I was thinking about that the other day because after I saw the movie trailer and I was like, oh, that's kind of like what they did in that web series, and I forgot the name of it. And I was like, oh yeah, I should probably watch that again. That was really good, actually.
Yeah.
I did like that. Joe Dubs. Speaking of Street Fighter,
did you see? Was playing Jax or something like that?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, but Joe Dubs has it here. This was a thing that happened like 2 days ago. Speaking of Street Fighter, did you see the journalists were outraged that Chun-Li was not in the Mortal Kombat movie? And it's like, yeah, the website was called Jezebel. I think they're part of the Kotaku network. And it was like, they said like, I saw the article and it was like somebody forgot to invite Chun-Li to the new Mortal Kombat movie. And it was like a whole article about that. And then at the very end, they were like, oh, we've been informed that Chun-Li is not part of Mortal Kombat. And it's like, just stay out of our world, okay? Jezebel, I don't even know what website you are. I don't even know what you do. Stay out, okay? Like, just, okay? You do whatever Jezebel.com does, and we'll do video games, okay?
There was another article that they were saying that there was a scene in the trailer that they were confused that this was Ryu in this scene.
Clearly.
And I mean, I'm just like,
Asian guy.
Do you know Mortal Kombat, bro? Like,
Chinese guy with fire. Japanese guy with fire. They're the same.
Yeah. People were confused about Ryu in Mortal Kombat. I'm like, there's no confusion here. People wear the same things in different cultures, and that was just clearly matched what some other character in a different universe wears.
He knows Kung Fu.
Right. It's like that Jackie Chan joke when you're walking down.
Oh my God, it's Jackie Chan.
Jackie Chan.
Oh my God, it's Jackie Chan. Oh my God, it's Ethan Hawke. Yeah.
That just reminds me of a movie Jackie Chan did where he got electrocuted and he was multiple video game characters. It's like an old movie. He was Chun-Li at one point.
It's called City Hunter.
Yes.
Yeah. I've never seen the movie, but I've seen that scene on YouTube, and I'm just like, God, I have to see this movie at some point. Like,
I need to find it.
I really need to see it. Oh, by the way, speaking of, and I'm going to tangent like a crazy real quick. Speaking of really bad video game movies, I saw the Japan-only movie based on Yakuza last week.
Oh, no.
So this is Yakuza 1, back in like PlayStation 2. I think the movie came out in 2007. And the movie is called Like a Dragon, which, the new game is called Like a Dragon, but it's, oh man, that's a bad movie. It does have some spoilers for the game. So if you ever are thinking about getting into the Yakuza series, which I highly recommend because that series is amazing, maybe wait till after you beat Yakuza 1 or Yakuza Kiwami 1. But yeah. Oh, wow. Tragic.
Yeah.
Tragic.
Somebody spent money for this.
Yeah, it was really, really bad. Yeah. Anyway, end of tangent. Sorry.
So he'll watch Yakuza, but he won't do a Resident Evil movie.
Nope.
I have standards.
Here we go.
Okay.
I mean, I'm just saying, bro.
Why would I do that to myself?
All right.
Okay. I can handle the first few Resident Evil movies. The last few, The last one is terrible.
Garbage.
Yes.
Yeah. So
Matt gets it. Clay protecting spoilers for a PS2 game in 2021. Yeah. Because I'm a nice person, asshole.
Nice-ish.
Oh my God. All right, so we went through all the bullet points of Mortal Kombat, right? We have Kung Lao is there, which chronologically doesn't make sense.
Which technically, the reboot era MK9, Kung Lao was there too. He was there for the ride, so this could just be another reimagining kind of thing going on. But yeah, it's a look.
God damn it, Squall.
Squall, look, it's unclear what happens to Dumbledore. Okay, look. I'm not going to spoil this whole Luke's dad thing, okay? I'm going to let you all figure that out.
Let's go back to BlizzCon, shall we?
Okay. So we already went through Goro. Everything else has been said at this point. Okay.
Yeah.
So now let's go to BlizzCon because, man, there was quite a bit of surprises there.
BlizzCon, I saw a Twitter thing yesterday, and I should have saved it just so we could have that be like the BlizzCon thing. And it was the picture of J. Allen Brack, and he's like doing his little talking pose kind of thing. And it was like, Blizzard could have skipped this year as well. And it was like, because BlizzCon, the big BlizzCon keynote, I don't know about you guys, there were no bombs dropped on this one. It was just like, yeah, they played it by the book. This was very lackluster.
Everything's mostly leaked.
Yeah.
Is there a Diablo 1 remake or remaster?
No, 2.
So what happens to 1? Because the whole purpose of them saying, we understand that some people weren't born
out of the scene
weren't born to experience Diablo 2. But I'm like, what about Diablo 1 then? If you're talking about experiencing too young to experience Diablo 2. I mean, I thought it was a smart move. Look, I think it's a smart move that they bring it back, they HD and remaster it, and then not only that, but they put it on consoles, right?
Yeah.
I don't think there was any detail about multiplayer, but I think that's cool that you can have cross progression. Great.
That's very cool. I know the cross progression thing, and I know for all the PC people out there, they don't care about the console part of it. It opens up Diablo 2 to a whole group of people who've never played outside of 3, because that was our first one. But I will also say the cross progression thing, it kind of reminded me of when Witcher 3 came out on the Switch, and people were like, it's the weakest version, it looks like crap, why would I even play that? And then I think it was Digital Foundry who even said, Witcher 3 on the Switch is good because you can do cross progression with the PC version, which means if you're going to be traveling somewhere, save your game, transfer it to the Switch, keep playing your game.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like, oh, and then people were like, wow, that's actually a really good idea.
Right.
That way you're not tied to your, gaming PC and you can't do anything else outside of that. So I think cross progression on things like that really does work. If you're that into Diablo 2. And I know some people who are. Like they live and breathe Diablo. Like even to this day.
I think it would be great for people who haven't experienced Diablo to have that first experience, right? You definitely don't want to have like that, hey, I gotta make sure that my PC is gonna be able to handle the install of Diablo 2 back in the day, because we're so modern now that once I finally get into the game, it's like, oh, this is a crappy mess that I can't even play. But then to make it, remastered and whatnot, I think it's a perfect thing for people to understand, like, why is there a fan base, right?
Yeah.
Like, for me, I would like to have all these games remastered, but you start off with 2? Like, just toss one in it,
Yeah. Merge them both, do that, whatever. Joe Dubs has a really good point here. He says, I hope Activision doesn't make it where they force me to play a broken game and I can't even play the old version of Diablo 2, which, if you recall, when Warcraft 3 Reforged came out, it overwrote your existing Warcraft 3. Like,
what?
You can't play the original.
2 different versions?
Yeah. It's like you now have this broken mess of a game and you can't go back to the other one. So it's like...
So I'd have to have this.
Yeah, Mel,
and a CD-ROM drive.
Oh, this is a CD. What CD-ROM?
So do you like?
Is that like?
Do you like
a Blu-ray?
listen to the games? Or?
Is it like music?
No.
Is that the soundtrack to Diablo 3? Is that what that is?
No.
Why isn't it in a USB drive?
It's like they're like, what do I do with this thing? I don't, like.
Wait. Oh, I get to.
Is this like a PlayStation game? Do I put this into my PlayStation? And then that's how it works?
No.
My PlayStation won't take it. It says it's not a game. Like, what do I do with this? No, you put it into your computer, and it's...
Where, right? Dude, people don't even have CD-ROM drives anymore.
Does it sit on it? Does it,
But all joking aside, like...
Why does my Game Boy Color doesn't work when I touch the screen? You're like...
That was sad.
How am I supposed to play Tetris on this thing with these...
There was a video online of a little girl doing that. She was trying to press the Game Boy, and I was just like, "Oh, this is how old I am."
Yeah.
But still, like, I would appreciate a Diablo 1. Diablo 2, I'm not even sure. Diablo 2 had multiplayer, online multiplayer co-op, or no?
I didn't play it.
You didn't play it? Mel, do you remember?
I don't remember.
Because
I've played Diablo 2 once ever, and it was for like 10 minutes just to see what it was like. And then I played Diablo 3, the beta for it, when it was first coming out. And I was like, okay, I totally understand what Diablo is. I get why people like it. I'm never going to play this.
Yeah, because if they're trying to bank for nostalgia on this whole thing, like, that would be the cherry on top, is to be able to play multiplayer with a whole bunch of your friends who all remember it, but the hassles of multiplayer gaming online back in the day when DSL and dial-up were a thing, right?
And according to the Wikipedia, because that's the truth, it did have free online play service from Battle.net.
Ah, there you go.
Wikipedia is the truth.
Yeah.
No. You can't just edit Wikipedia, okay?
There's validations.
I mean, there's a whole process, okay? Not just anybody can write Wikipedia articles.
So speaking on Diablo 2, the alpha is available now for you to be able to sign up for it. If you haven't signed up for it, just log into your account, go to the Diablo 2 website. I think Mel posted it up on the chats. If she didn't, I will in a second. But yeah, check it out. If you get into the beta, let us know what you like about it. I already signed up the moment that I saw it, but I was like a couple hours late, so I'm pretty sure I'm not going to get in.
Yeah.
I signed up as well. So.
But just to cover some BlizzCon stuff here, in case anybody missed it, Blizzard is bringing back some retro games, which I actually thought was kind of cool. Old Blizzard, like pre-Warcraft stuff. Like this is like Super Nintendo Genesis days. There was The Lost Vikings, which is a fantastic game, if anybody's ever played that. Blackthorn and Rock and Roll Racing, which I've never played Blackthorn or Rock and Roll Racing. Either of you? You know about those?
Rock and Roll Racing back in the day.
Okay.
That was a while back.
So all three of those are coming to the Blizzard Arcade Collection. Actually, it was launched yesterday, so it's already out now. These are just ROMs of old games, right? They even have some like emulator features, save states, rewinding, things like that. It looks cool. I know I haven't played The Lost Vikings in quite a few years, probably over 10 years now. That game it's really good. So this series, I don't know if I'd pay a lot for it. Like maybe if it went on sale, like $5, something like that, $5-10, I'd buy it. The way it sits right now, I think it's 40, and it's like I'm not paying for that, but that's just me. That was cool. Any World of Warcraft people? World of Warcraft? Yeah? Shadowlands? Are you in it?
No.
Do you like it? So, WoW, apparently the Sylvanas fight is coming up in an upcoming raid. Pretty cool. From my days of playing WoW, and I stopped back in the Burning Crusade days. We're going to get to that in a second also. That's how long ago it's been since I've played World of Warcraft. But Sylvanas was a big presence back then. I've kept up with the story. So this could be a really big deal. So because I know she's been just messing things up for the past few years. So
it's very tempting for me right now.
Okay, speaking of World of Warcraft, and this is where my puny console brain can't fathom this concept here. So there's World of Warcraft, and then there's WoW Classic. For the people who want that old experience, they don't like the new stuff. They don't want Battle for Azeroth. They don't want Shadowlands. They want vanilla WoW. They want 1 through 60. So World of Warcraft Classic came out. If you're a subscriber, you already get it. You just log into a different set of servers and everything like that. Blizzard is releasing the Burning Crusade expansion for WoW Classic. So World of Warcraft with expansions, and then WoW Classic is its own little bubble where they wanted you to keep the original experience. And now they're adding an expansion.
You're saying because when you add an expansion, it also changes the original to something else.
And so, but they said, you don't have to do it. Like, you can make it so your WoW Classic doesn't get upgraded to Burning Crusade. So you have World of Warcraft, WoW Classic, and now what? WoW
Why
Classic
not just
Classic?
have
WoW Classic
Crusade Classic, like separate from
WoW Classic-esque? Like Classic harder?
I don't know. I mean,
I don't get this decision at all.
I guess I would have to ask the questions like on the technical level, what changes, right? What changes from Classic to Burning Crusade and vice versa? Like, if you're gonna keep Burning Crusade, or if you're gonna go into Burning Crusade, does your Classic take the attributes of it? Damn, that's not working at all, huh, Clay?
I know. Now with more Classic.
Yeah. Blizzard is attacking Clay's webcam. Is like,
how dare you? How dare you? How dare you talk bad about our terrible decisions? Yeah, I'm just gonna let it snow for a while. But yeah, I thought that was a really weird decision. I was
Blizzard's causing a blizzard.
Yeah.
Blizzard's causing a blizzard on my screen.
I just thinking about it.
I thought this was so weird. I was like, why would they do that? I don't know. I didn't get it. Hearthstone is doing Hearthstone card games. I don't play Hearthstone. I know nothing about this. They're bringing the Barons from World of Warcraft into it, and I was like, okay. I know literally nothing about Hearthstone because I don't play those kind of card games. Diablo 4 has revealed the Rogue character. Cool. Diablo 2 Resurrected Remaster is real. So we already talked about that. Joe, if you look, or Joe and Mel, I'll say, if you look at this list of articles here.
Okay.
BlizzCon keynote, Blizzard
Like keynote.
Mm-hmm. If you look at the article, yeah. Oh, apparently they make Overwatch also. Heroes of the Storm. That's a thing.
Oh,
you know?
Their Dota. No,
it's like
MOBA.
you've got Heroes of the Storm, which they've basically given up on at this point. That's basically not being developed anymore. Overwatch, their only game that has a viable esports league right now that still makes a ton of money, is not in the keynote at all. And it's just like, and even at the end, they were like, hey, if you want to know about what's going on with Overwatch 2, we're not going to talk about it, but there's a thing going on another YouTube channel. You can go look at that.
Wait,
and it was like,
they
didn't acknowledge Overwatch at all.
Is going on right now.
Yeah.
So
why not make it part of your keynote though?
I don't know. So we already know from the Activision investor call like 2-3 weeks ago that Overwatch 2 and Diablo 4 have been delayed till next year. They didn't even announce either of those yesterday. They just said, we're still working on it. They didn't say next year. They didn't say a release date. They didn't give a window or anything. They didn't say at least 2022. They just said, yep, we're working on it. And I was like, but this knowledge is already out there. Why wouldn't you want to put some weight behind it? Or it's this, like I said, this whole Blizzard keynote thing, this BlizzCon line, which is the worst name ever. This was just a colossal waste of time. They could have released just trailers on YouTube and people would have got the same amount of info and not called it BlizzCon.
That's so weird to me. Like you would have a pre-recorded thing somewhere else besides the one place where you would want to have it.
Yeah. Like I said, this whole thing was just a mess. I did watch a lot of the Overwatch 2 stuff yesterday. I know we were talking about it earlier with the sound and everything like that. It's cool. It's just, this is a mess.
I mean, the gameplay looks...
Matt's apparently ready for Diablo Immortal. Also, they didn't show off yesterday.
No, and they did talk about it. Like they just mentioned it in the Diablo 2 keynote. They were just like... and we also have a good mobile experience coming to mobile, or coming later on this next year and whatnot. And I'm just like, oh, I thought you guys were already going to shell that out.
Do you guys not have phones?
Oh, you mean this?
Yeah.
Oh, hey.
Oh, you mean all the consoles that we bought that you guys were...
Yeah.
You guys were supporting until all of a sudden, like, the one thing that people want, not on mobile.
Oh, yeah. So, BlizzCon, if you are a World of Warcraft player, good stuff for you. Diablo 2, awesome. Have fun.
Yeah.
Everything else is a wash. That was basically their highlights there.
Still, I got to give it up to them for being able to work during a pandemic. So I'll give them that much because,
sure.
Damn, making video games. I mean, granted, you probably don't have to be like neck and neck or shoulder rub, whatnot, but working in a pandemic on a video game is probably pretty hard.
It can be easy. So kudos for like, I'm not even mad about the delays. I'm just like you could at least acknowledge it.
Yeah.
Like a delayed game is always going to be better, so I'm okay with that. Like
but acknowledging it would mean
that's not what bums me out.
And they can't do that. All right,
whatever.
Yeah, so that's our last article for this week.
Yep.
As always, we appreciate you coming to the show. Thank you, all our OGs, triple OGs, and whatnot, for chatting with us. Everybody new as well that came on to the chat. I don't know how to pronounce his name. Monis INC.
All you chat people, we love you.
Yes.
Joe, good show.
Thank you. I
random lady.
Upgraded Mel.
I mean, whoever this person is.
Yeah, we're still working on the...
I guess good job.
10 years?
Has it been 10 years?
It seriously has.
It's been 10 years almost.
Hold on. Hold on.
When did we do our first cast?
Hold on.
I don't think you're gonna find on Ustream anymore.
11 years. Okay, so Mario Galaxy 2 came out 11 years ago. So let's see. When did Dance Central come out?
Oh, that was a little bit later than that. We were doing the show for a little while before we did
That was
Dance
November
Central.
2010. So it could have been 2010 when we started.
Yeah, because that's when I had just graduated from high school and I met you guys during the summer.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, summer 2010.
Yeah.
Wow. 10 years, guys.
Yeah.
Amazing. All right.
Yeah,
well, we're gonna be going offline. We're gonna see you next Saturday. We're all good for next Saturday? Everybody doesn't have holiday or anything like that.
Not that I know of.
breaks?
I'm not sure on work.
Is there a holiday next Saturday?
No, not really. I remember when you guys started this thing, Matt. Yes, have fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. It's a long time coming, but we finally got to that 1 decade pin. I think we should get like a trophy.
Maybe the internet will give us a, congratulations, 10 years, whatever. You guys playing something tonight? I'm going to be, if my crew wants to play Overwatch tonight, I'm probably going to be on that just so I can grind out for that Reaper skin. And if not, I'll be on Bowser's Fury, which again, quite fun.
Are you gonna stream it or no?
I can't stream Bowser's Fury because it's on a Switch and I don't have a PC and a graphics video card and blah, blah, blah.
He doesn't have a capture card.
Yeah. I don't have any of that, all those fancy doohickeys. If it's Overwatch that's on my PS5, I could just stream off that.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha. Okay. Mel, you playing anything tonight?
Overwatch and probably gonna be drinking somewhat tonight. So.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. I'll probably be.
By the way, there were rumors that Overwatch 1 was going to go free to play and that they would unlock crossplay, and that didn't happen. So that's just super disappointing. But go on.
No, I mean,
I'm good.
I was kind of waiting for that too, so that way the kids can start playing with me on Overwatch, because I am not paying for a license for all those kids. So.
No.
That's a lot.
So right now, like I said, we're going to cut the stream here soon, but it was like, there was a rumor that it was going to go free to play. And it's like, hey, that'd be awesome. Because I know a lot of people who would play, but they don't want to buy it. Right. And instead of that coming true, if you watch any of the BlizzCon stuff going on right now, there's a constant ad that Overwatch is currently 50% off. So I think full price is still 30. So maybe 15.
That's not bad, but not enough to invest on the kids where they might like it or might not like it.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
It'd be no point.
If anything, I'm just getting them ready for their adult. I didn't ever play these games on my Steam list.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like their giant list of
the colossal backlog. Yeah.
Yep, I have it. Never played it.
Yep.
Dad bought it for me.
Yeah, it's I mean, no, I was really hoping for the free play and the cross play, because that would have been awesome.
Yeah, free to play would have been great. Cross play is pretty awesome too, because at least then Clay and I and Mel could all play together as well.
Yeah,
of course.
That'd be cool.
Steamroll everyone and then heals. Yeah,
I got you, bro.
Yes.
Yeah.
I will heal all day. Let's do this.
Yeah, I'm kind of hoping that might happen, or it might just happen with Overwatch 2. Who knows? They haven't announced anything, but there's not a lot of final news in there either.
Yeah.
But
it's still being made.
Yeah. Let's get on with it. We appreciate everybody coming to this week's Game News Live show. We will be back next Saturday at 12 noon Pacific, 3 p.m. Eastern. And until then, check us out on our Discord. We'll be there. We're there all the time. So just check us out there. And as always, nerdjunkies.com for the latest. I think Mel posted up 18 different game deals today.
Sadly.
Yeah,
both Clay's and I's phone just blew up, and she was just
blink, blink. It's like, oh, okay, Mel, thank you. Okay.
Hey, I'm saving you some money here.
Yeah, but there's a VR bundle that looked pretty enticing there, so I'm just gonna go check.
Any
that
good
out.
games in there?
Yeah. Well, I didn't see any. I haven't seen any games yet, but I saw it on the title, and I was like, I could use some VR games.
Did you ever play any VR horror games the other day?
VR horror.
Yeah, weren't you talking about playing like horror games the other day? And it was like you could play Alien Isolation in VR.
So
and you could
I
play,
was
like, Resident
I
Evil.
don't think you can actually.
I played.
Oh, I thought that was in there. Okay.
No.
Oh, okay. Well, then I guess no.
Am I wrong then? Because I saw a YouTube video of somebody actually doing Alien Isolation with a VR headset.
Yeah,
Unless they
I thought
modded it. That's the only thing I would
It's
think
probably
of.
modded, but
Yeah.
yeah, I was doing a lot of VR chat, and I did Alien Isolation on the PC. I got as far as like getting past the first site to the station, and then after that, I got stuck somewhere, and then I almost creamed my pants at the first sight of it.
I have not played. I stopped at like when I was in the medical facility, and I have not played it in 2 years.
Yeah. So if anybody wants to see me go ham sandwich on some Alien Isolation,
You'll be worse.
Yeah.
Oh, but yeah. No.
It's I
Covering my eyes with the controller.
I will give it this. It definitely has a lot of like awesome audio design and classic audio from the movies.
That's cool.
Yeah. All right, so let's get out of here. Appreciate it, everybody. We'll see you next time, next Saturday. Have fun.
Thanks, everybody.
Yep. See you later.
See you in
Love
the
you.
Discord.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.